Okay.
Okay, here we are with Melody.
Yeah.
S-
Nice meeting you again, Dave.
Great to meet you. I'm really excited to talk to you. Where are you
Yeah.
calling from right now? Where are you based?
Okay. I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm calling from Lagos in Nigeria.
The
Yeah.
capital of Afrobeats.
Yeah, that's the heart of Afrobeats. I think Lagos is the entertainment hearts in Africa. So everything, be it music, be it movie, majority of the industry is Lagos. Just how I think is it Los Angeles that is the capital of music. I don't know where it's that in America like hip hop. So
Yeah,
if you want to make it in the music industry in Africa, you have to actually come to Lagos because that's where most of the connections are. That's where the record labels are. Yeah. So that's it.
awesome. And there must be, a lot more going on in Lagos than just Afrobeats, right? So what are some of the other genres or artists that are pretty popular in Lagos right now?
Okay, Lagos is literally where most of the superstars from Nigeria are staying. So from the likes of Wizkid, the guy that sing, don't know if you know Wizkid. Wizkid, I definitely
Yeah, I
have to
do.
like know Wizkid. He has a song with he has a song with Chris Brown, Thames, Davido, Burna Boy. So these are like where they all started their music. This way like they take off. Yeah, so outside music, a lot of things are happening in Lagos. We have fashion designers, we have movies, directors, just anything entertainment. We also have a bunch of influencers that are in Lagos, streamers. Yeah, so Lagos is if an entertainment hub for where you get to like see different entertainment people, creatives and the rest.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you today. And one of the reasons is because, in the US, lots of people in the music industry are aware of how popular Afrobeats are, and it's such a fast growing part of the music business around the world, and people all over the world are enjoying Afrobeats. But at least in the US, there's not a lot of people who get to really talk with the musicians in Nigeria. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear, more of your story, and I'm interested to hear some of the challenges that you've been dealing with. But I also wanted to ask you, how did you get started in music? And, music is such an artistic thing. Everybody has their own way of deciding that they want to be in the music business. So, how did you start making music, and who were some of your inspirations? And, can you tell me a
Okay.
little bit about how you got started?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Music. Well, my name is Melody Nehemiah, and melody in music literally means a sweet sounds music, and that's like my only name. That's the only name I have. So when I was in secondary school, like I think secondary school, when I was in secondary school, that was like before you go to university in Nigeria.
Hmm.
So I was because to ahead. I always like to like read ahead. So I have like I have a knowledge ahead of what we're going to do in SS3. So I decided to, since I already know what we're going to like do in SS3, there's no need to continue to spend an extra year in school. so I drop out. So SS3 is like where you get to write your final exam before you go to like the next. This is but because I already know what the curriculum of SS3, so I didn't want to like waste my time in school again just to so I didn't just want to waste my time, so I just decided to drop out and just to do music. So I was actually I was in music production. So when I was still in that school, I have a friend that is always he has like he's always coming to class with money, he's always wearing fresh stuff. So I asked him, What's up? How do you like have this get this money to be taking care of yourself? At least you're buying stuff. He's always like the rich kid in school then. So I would like to like have this cool stuff that you're using. Then he was like, he works as like a mechanic. So he will basically repair cars that are broken, that are fixed. So he does what he's doing. So he's working
Hmm.
there as an intern. At the end of the day, his boss gets to like give him something tip. So he will get 500, 1,000, and that's like I think that's $2 right now in.
Hmm.
So they'll give him at the end of that for so that's like a lot for someone that is our peer having that kind of money. So when I asked him, he told me the secret. So when the place I was staying there, I had someone to that works in a mechanic workshop. Well, he works as a rewire. He's like our neighbor. So I went back home. I just showed to him. I told him that I would like to be an intern. I would like to work with you as a rewire. So rewire are the guys that specialize on the electrical parts of like a vehicle. So they don't want to like fix issue if you have issue with your fan, if you have issue with your lights and all those brain bugs, so we help you fix that. I was working there, but I was getting what I want. At least my boss used to like tip me off, and sometimes we get customer, they give me something, but
Hmm.
that was not like what I wanted to do fully within me. Just something that okay, I just okay, I will use this thing to have money and be able to do stuff for myself because the kind of family I'm from, we're not rich. So I still have to like hustle for myself. And that way was like the only way for me to get started. So where we were working, like our workshop, we had a studio, a music studio at the front of it. So in Nigeria, you get a lot of people doing different businesses. So our
Hmm.
workshop was yeah, then we have like a music studio, a very small studio around it, like someone a producer, a studio like a workshop there that is making music for musician. So because the studio was like close to our workshop, sometimes when we don't have any work that we are doing, I'll be hearing music from inside and the studio. Because I also like I grew up in the church, so I know that okay, for you to hear music, especially if you want to create music, they have to be a drum, they have to be a keyboard, they have to be. So I was like, this small place, how is it possible to contain all these instruments I'm hearing? I was
Yeah.
just curious. I was just curious because most of the time we don't used to like have things the work that we are doing, you get. So I was just curious that how is this thing working? Because of that curiosity, sometimes I would just go and stand outside opposite the studio door because I didn't have like access to the studio. I'll try to peep and see if they will, maybe someone is trying to open the door. Let me just see the instruments that are inside there. Then that's how I started like having interest in music production, how everything works. Then fast forward, I was able to visit the studio. Then I went there. I just knocked. I was just like, I want to sing. That's what I told them. But I was actually there to just understand how to just
Right.
take a
See,
glance
how
of
does this business
fully how the
work?
studio is. Yeah. As you can see right now, I'm even in the studio. So well, not that particular studio. This is like 2015. So this is like
Okay.
2015. Yeah, and that's like the northern part in Nigeria. Suleja is in the northern part of Nigeria right now. Lagos is in the south, like not south,
Yeah.
sorry,
So
west
this was
in
before
Nigeria.
you got to Lagos.
Yeah, yes. So I was like, oh, this I like this stuff. I like the idea that you can be able to like make music with just your system. Already I was already like trying to play the keyboard in church. But because I was not a good pianist. I don't know how to play, and the only sports I could like I wanted to play in church, but
Hmm.
but because I could not actually understand, I didn't know how to play the keyboard, and I already have somebody that was like very very better, because in church, even if you know how to play, the person that is more better than you on Sunday will be the guy to play the keyboard. So I was not having chance. So I decided to that, okay, I will learn music production, because music production, I can see that as a producer, you have all the time to get one thing right. So
Right.
in church now, you have to like, if somebody is singing, you have to press the
You have to
right
be with them.
notes, because
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So I didn't have that luxury. So music production was something I could do. So I went to the studio. I asked the guy that I want to learn this thing. Or he said he charged me for that. But before I actually went to him that I want to learn it, I told him I want to sing. So I produced a song as an artist. Then he made a song for me. I featured one guy from my compound where I was living there. But because the song production was very very whack, like my voice, the tone was sounding off and everything. But it was still good for us then, but because I have like a very, very tiny voice, so it was sounding weird for me. So I just said, I'm not going to sing again. I'll just do music production. So I started learning how to make beats on YouTube. I was uploading a lot of beats. Like I literally learned everything. I was still morning from night. I'll be learning how to, there's this shining busy work beats. So I'll be watching how all of this thing work, because I have like a system. I've been watching how all of this thing work.
Hmm.
So after a while, I started like mastering the art. I could create my own sound and stuff. So I started uploading beats online. So if any artist like the video just dropped a song, sometimes before the song drop, so that period, streaming was not a thing, so it was
Yeah.
mostly downloaded music. People just go on websites, download music, and
Yeah.
also CDs. So most of the time, because I have some of my friends that are bloggers, so most of the time they already have the music before the song will drop. So what I will just do is that I will just use that time and remake the beats even when the song has not released, because I have it unreleased. So I will remake the beat, exactly the beat. Then once the song drop, I will
Mm.
post it on my YouTube channel as a remake. So artists
Yeah, to show
can
that you can make
go
that
to
kind
my
of music, to show
yes,
what your
yes, they
abilities
can
are.
go to yes, yes. Sometimes they use it to make covers. So I was having a lot of people from all over the world, because Afrobeat was like growing, and most of these artists were having traction overseas. So if somebody wants to make a cover of the video now, if they search YouTube, because there were just few producers that were doing stuff like that. So I was like part of those people then.
Hmm.
It was not crowded as it is now. So I was having a lot of people from different parts of the world, even countries I don't even know about. And honestly, I wish I was taking I didn't know anything called exclusive. Let this
Right.
I will just give me $100, give me $50. I'll send them the stems.
Yeah.
But it was like something for me. So that's how I started. I started doing that in the north. Then I thought of it that I actually wanted this my music thing to be. I want this my music stuff to be global. But the artists I was producing then, where they were not giving me what I needed. But like the artists around my vicinity, then they were just singing. They were, because they were local in the north, their sound were not sounding something that could even go global or within the nation, because we have different tribes. So
Hmm.
and I wanted to like manage somebody, but because I was uploading beats online, there's this artist, his name is Kdiv Coco. So I currently manage him, because I'm also an A&R manager. Like that's what I was doing before
Hmm.
deciding to start to build this. So I used to make beats for him, try to just groom him, just to develop him as an artist.
Right.
Just I didn't know much in the music business then, but because I have watched Empire, so I don't know if you know Empire is like a
Yeah.
music. business. Yeah, yeah. So I already understand that there's some things that are around the scene about artist development. So I was doing that to groom my artists. So by the grace of God, we had like fast forward to 2020, we had one of his song just went viral. So what I did then is that I went on YouTube, I downloaded a funny video because I noticed that on WhatsApp story, then WhatsApp just introduced story. If you just
Yeah.
post a funny video on your story, people will be sending message that send me this video. Once you post any funny video that people are interested, so because they cannot download that video, they will ask you to send it. So I was like very, very observant of that. So I went to YouTube, I just searched for a very funny video. I on below it, I just you place the sound with my artist music. You get, then I added the lyrics so that even if, because other artists might want to replace the sound, and I added the lyrics on the video. I cut it, I made it, then I started posting on WhatsApp. So because the video was funny, a lot of guys will say, send me this
Yeah.
video, send me this video. So once they send it to them, they post it on their own story. So that's how we're able to like the song just went viral like that. In Europe, the song was having almost 100,000 Shazam. So
And by that time, were you already using a distribution service to get, your music
mm,
onto all of the streaming apps?
no, yeah. So by that time, we've not done any distribution. He was just making covers then. So, but because we noticed that that song went viral, the song was on like Audio Mac and the streams were going up. Then we thought of, okay, let's distribute this song. That's how I started to I knew about DistroKid. So
Hmm.
yeah. So for us to even like pay for the membership subscription in this show, because in Nigeria, yeah, you have, because the government are trying to make the currency to have value, so you cannot use naira to maybe a dollar website or something, and you can it's just this currency
It's
restriction
very difficult
in
for
yes yeah
people in
in
Nigeria
so
to access the same apps and websites that everybody else is using.
yes, it's very difficult for them to use. Most of these websites, you have to use your card to pay for subscription fee. So, because of most of these guys are using Naira card, and some of them don't even have a card. Some of them they just use transfer and
Uh-huh.
normal bank. They don't have a card. So, because I was like already into the music production, I remember I was already receiving money from overseas, like from different people. So I was already like used to the card restriction or currency restriction
Uh-huh.
struggle. I
You
already
already
know
had
how to like
experience with that. You knew how to pay
yes,
in
yeah,
USD on apps and things like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
So
already
you
know
were
how
able
to
to
like
help
find
lots of
my way.
people to get onto the platform.
Yes. So I was helping a lot of people to pay for a subscription, even up to today. Sometimes they just randomly debit my card for maybe subscription that I don't even know that I've done for somebody in the past that I forgot it, because it's
Uh-huh.
just the same
Yeah.
card. Some of times they just do a recurring payment, and they just
Yeah.
and I'm now me thinking, which of these artists here. So I was just doing that for a lot of artists, and even sometimes some people they like know how to pay, but they did not even understand how to upload the music. So it was very, very looking complicated. I don't know why, but it was looking complicated for those artists. So even if all this CD baby, even if all those platforms were existing, they will still send me the logins. Please, I want to distribute this song. Help me to upload it. So I was
Yeah.
doing that for a lot of artists, and even sometimes I will get into trouble with them, like maybe once their song is supposed to drop 12 o'clock, and you have to like have like a stream link all in one link that
Yeah.
you have Apple Music. So most times I have to stay awake to 12 a.m. to do that, and it's not as if they are paying me something high, and I have a lot of them that I'm doing that for. So I have to like stay 12 a.m. to generate that link for them, because they still don't know how to generate their
Yeah.
fan link.
So
And
there's a
as
lot
as
of
for them,
work that you have to do to
yeah,
keep your artists
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, so and as for them, they didn't have like access to this rookie didn't have their hyperlink, that is the stream link they're
Right.
using right now. So yeah, so most of the time when the artists, I'll still have to like stay. So most of the time when I couldn't like send the stream link to them as of that time, they would just they say, ah, what's happening now? My fans are waiting. You know how artists are. They'll start to say, ah, send me this
Yeah.
thing. And I'm not like I'm not working for distro kid. I'm just helping you to do this thing. It's not as if it's not my fault. You get.
Yeah.
And sometimes, so even if they want to collect their royalties, they still it's still a problem because distro kid payout they only have like PayPal, ACH, and all those payment platforms don't work. So you have to have maybe a sibling over abroad. Maybe if you have like a family member, you can ask them to use their PayPal
Hmm.
to collect that stuff. So all those things, not everybody have access. Only Nigeria has more than 200 million people, and majority of them are actually poor, like they are the rural guys that don't have access to enough education or anything. So and they don't even like most of them don't have people over abroad to help them get PayPal, all of that. So but I have somebody friend that had PayPal, so I was using their PayPal to help these artists collect payment. Not until one time I wanted to collect that song I told you that went viral. I wanted to collect
Hmm.
the royalties for it. We are saving the royalties. This royalty should be played so that we can use the money to do promotion. Because in royalties, we are seeing our royalties income growing from $100, $100, and that's like what we've not seen before. So it was growing, but we are saving it that okay. Because we don't have like money for promotion, we're saying that okay, once this money reach maybe $2,000, we can use it to do promotion, shoot a official video, all of that. But
Yeah.
surprisingly, when we wanted to withdraw the royalties, we are seeing 30% tax, and there's no way we can withdraw without doing like paying for that. So we have to like pay for the 30% tax routine and all that. So it was heavy for me as the artist manager. 30% gone. They did not even participate, helping us to do any promotion or anything. So I discovered that it's not just my issue. Like I have a lot of people still going from that same pain. And most times when you even reach out to these distribution guys, what's up? I'm having an issue. They will not reply, or they take many months, automated message, all of that. And because of our harder issues with DistroKid, and I was using a lot of platform to distribute, so I have to like move from one platform to the other. I'm sorry,
Right.
please.
So it sounds like one of the biggest challenges facing Nigerian artists is just getting onto the platforms, getting onto Spotify and Apple Music because of this problems with the currency. It's really difficult
Yes,
to even have access. So
yes. Yeah. So it's a
how
lot
could
of
it be
problem. It's not
easier?
just
How could we make it easier for Nigerian artists to participate and to have, the freedom to control their own career and to put their own music out?
Yeah, thank you for that. So the problem is not just the currency, because right now the world is advancing, and we have um, some companies that are like trying to solve this issue. So
Yeah.
it's not just because of currency. I think there is also language barrier. There is also affordability. There is also access. So
Yes.
because of that, we've decided to like build a more personalized approach to this artist. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Interesting. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah. So because of that, we decided to build a more personalized so because we I was like having issues with a lot of artists. I need to like send royalty statement, and sometimes when I send this royalty statement, or I have a lot of different artists I was distributing for maybe on the same label account, and sometimes you don't want to send them a master login that has other artists information. So I needed like
Yes.
a more centralized something that can be sending to the artist that I'm representing. So when I was trying to see how I can build that, I just discovered that wait, this thing I can actually do it for a more scale, like in a more scale for other artists, that African artists that are facing this issue. So what we've done is that we've built it in a way that because most of the time, most of these artists, even if they can't distribute their song, the first place you see them upload on Audiomack and on YouTube.
Yeah, they just
Then I
upload it
discovered that
somehow.
okay, yes, yeah, I discovered that to fix this problem, to fix this complex upload issue, we have to like go to YouTube. Like we uploaded several times on YouTube just to understand why these artists are finding it easy to upload on YouTube, even on Audiomack. So we decided to build SongDis. So SongDis is song distribution. That's like the full songdis.com. So SongDis we decided to like we try to use social media like YouTube, their upload process, Audiomack, try to build our platform in a way that music distribution is going to be as simple as posting on social media. So
Hmm.
imagine if you're let's just take for instance Siri. Now most of the time you will tell Siri, help me call somebody, and Siri will do it for you. Like that's like a more you can be beating and you ask your Siri to do it for you, and your Siri will be able to like assist you. So we are trying to like make music distribution very very simple. So we are building our
It's
platform.
amazing.
Um yes, so artists can use our because most of the times artists like to use social media platform to communicate. So on our platform, artists uses our WhatsApp AI bots. So that's what we
And
are building
and
to
they'll send
distribute
you
their music.
the music files through WhatsApp.
Yeah, so yes, that's what we used to do manually, but right now, we want to build it in a way that okay, it's going to be like automatic in a way that once you miss it, once you text our WhatsApp AI can recognize that oh, this is also artist, this is Davido texting. Then you can ask it, what is my royalty balance? The AI will like tell your royalty just in a simple text form, not a lot of data, a lot of too much thing that is not needed. And also if you want to upload on our web platform, like if you want to upload, you can do it in just simple 5 step. So we've simplified the upload process. And also not just that, we are also educating the artists. So most of these artists don't know what is publishing, they don't know what
Yes.
is mechanical, they just know that there's something called royalties. So we are trying to educate these artists. And also there's something that I didn't even think of when we started building the platform. So when we started building the platform, we've launched December 28th, and right now there's just something that happened recently that actually is even giving me more ginger to continue with this. So we have this artist from the north that doesn't understand English but wants to distribute his music. He doesn't even know how to like so he has to like use voice notes and send to WhatsApp our WhatsApp support that I'm having issue with this thing with Hausa language. So, but because we are part of the community or we understand the culture, we could understand what he was saying and help him, and he was very very happy. So, because of that, like I don't think this true kid can understand these people like us. You
Right.
understand? So, yeah. So imagine somebody speaking Hausa or Yoruba to you, and you don't really understand what they are saying. So we are fixing this issue for artists, and for the kind of artists we are representing, we are representing the or mostly the underground artists or the emerging artists, because we believe that the next Drake is going to start from underground. And if all these artists are not having support, they are not being educated, we are still going to repeat the same errors that most
Yes.
of these our superstars are doing. So we notice that most of these record label distribution companies, they only go for the guys that have traction or that just
Yeah,
have
that
something going
already
already.
have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of money.
yeah, yeah. So, but for us, we want to go for the people that don't really have people representing them, and these people are mostly like the majority of the guys. So we want to help assist them, educate them, make sure they collect all their royalties, and also help them in terms of promotional support, A&R support, develop them. So that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to just give each artist a more personalized solution. So if you don't have if we notice that you don't have a publishing admin who like tell you what publishing is, try to say, okay, we can help you to collect this. You don't necessarily have to do it with us, but it will educate you. So if your sound it needs like any branding, most of these guys don't know any of that, so we help them to do that. Yeah, that's what we are doing.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I love your story and I love what you're trying to do. I feel like I'm trying to do myself a lot of the same things, but I don't really know people in Nigeria. But,
Yeah,
all over the
yeah,
world, there's so many people. Like you said, the next talent is going to come from underground. And it's really
yeah,
hard for those people to participate in the system. There's so many challenges and it's messy, right? So it takes people,
yeah,
like you that know how the system works to help the next generation that is trying to figure all these things out. And I think that's an amazing story. You know, that's the future.
thank you, thank you, I appreciate.
And
I really,
I
yeah,
think it's pretty interesting. You have all of these challenges trying to work with these US companies. And I've
yeah,
also worked with DistroKid, mostly just
wow,
with my own stuff, not with other, not so much as a label. But
okay,
I know that for the people at DistroKid, they might look at these new Nigerian artists and say, what's going on? There's this one account, and it seems like there's 50 different artists under that account. And who is this
yeah,
guy who is doing all this music uploads? Who is this guy, Melody? And if you try to
yeah,
talk with them, you can't talk to anybody, right? So, like,
yeah,
have you tried to
yeah,
talk to the people at these companies and they'll never
yeah,
talk to you like
okay,
we're
okay,
talking right now, right? They
yeah,
won't try to understand your situation.
yeah, and even when I was like having this issue, I didn't even want to build a music distribution. Like for me to even build
Yeah.
it, it was like more like it's more like God pushing me that you have to do this
Yes.
because I was
Because
sending
nobody else
messages.
can
I
do it.
can Yes, I was telling these distribution companies that this is the issue we have, this is the solution. You can use these people, they'll offer you naira payments or whatever. But at the end of the day, they will not reply, or they just they just say, okay, that's not we are not that we've talked to our technical team and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
I
know
moved,
what to
I
do
moved,
about that. Talk to this person, but
yes,
then nothing
yes.
happens.
Yes, I moved from one distribution platform to the other simply because of one problem, and I couldn't get
Yeah.
that.
So you
So
say,
I
"Oh, they're
didn't
not
have
solving
any
my
issues
problems. Let
that.
me try someone else."
Yes, yes, yes. I just let me just do it myself. So that's what we are doing.
Amazing. Well, I know that you're going to succeed eventually, and it's really hard.
Mm,
I've experienced a lot of the same things. Every time I talk to a musician, they've experienced the same thing. And there are music companies and distributors out there that have real people and nice people who want to solve problems, but most of the
yeah.
companies out there they just don't even have the money to really solve problems and to help people. Um, it's really frustrating for people
Uh,
like us trying to solve the problems, but I
yeah.
think that eventually things will get better. But partly because of the
Mm,
conversation like we're having right now, where they
yeah.
won't talk to us, so we have to talk to each other and share that conversation so that they can
Yeah.
hear us and so
Yeah.
that the next generation knows that there's people trying to make the system better, right?
Yeah, like even when I got to see your comments on the post I made on LinkedIn and I
Yeah,
checked yourself, I said this guy actually got something going like me, but I think
yeah,
it's like on the publishing aspect. So I was like
yeah,
because the future of some of this is that we're trying to see how we can help the artists collect all their royalties. So
absolutely.
I always like look for, I'm always curious even when we are not at that stage right now. We are currently at the stage of just distribution of masters. I was like, how something like a song admin on SongDis. Well, when I saw your stuff, I was like, this is actually something good, because I was wondering if I have to register on all the pros, like all the performance right
Yeah.
organization on each
Yeah.
country, to be able to like collect this payment for this songwriter as a song admin. But when I saw your stuff, I feel like you will be more expert in that field, because I think I saw your website has been existing for a while now. Yeah, so you too, like, you actually have something going, and I appreciate taking your time to speak to me even without actually meeting me in person. That's like, that would take a very serious minded somebody
Well,
to do
yeah.
that. So I'm very grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for saying that. I'm really trying to become, an expert and helping real people who are, and normal people like these guys in Nigeria who are trying to just access the same opportunities. This is our first conversation, but I think we're going to have more conversations together, and I really love the whole idea of what you're trying to do, and it seems
Thank you.
really, really difficult, and you need help, right? You need help from people.
Yes.
So I hope
Yes.
I can help you as well. And I'm definitely,
Yes. Yes.
as we continue to talk together, I'm going to be, sharing your story with anyone I can. And anytime I think I know somebody that can maybe help you, I'm definitely going to try to, make that happen. I think uh,
Yes.
there is somewhat of an understanding from people in the music business in the US that if you can help the next generation of, say, Nigerian artists to access the music industry, well, for some people in the US, they think, oh, this is not so much money. There's not enough money coming from the streaming services. But for
Yeah.
someone in Nigeria that was working at a mechanic and making like $2 a day, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're making money from their music. It must feel amazing, right? It can change their life.
Y- Yes, yes. So the issue is not even the most of these artists. One thing I realize, especially the ones that are going, they don't even want money. Like,
Yeah.
not like they don't want money. That's why most of them, you see them, they end up signing deals that are not favorable. They just want
Yes.
to get their talents, just want to get their work out there. And it's
Yes.
very frustrating when
They
you
want the
can actually,
recognition.
yes, it's very frustrating when you can't get your music on this platform. Yeah, I think the meeting will be ending soon. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate for taking your time. Maybe after this call, then we can still
Yes,
discuss
we'll
more
we'll
on
reconnect
this.
and keep talking business, but I hope we can record another call like this soon. I think you have a great
Yes,
story, and
yes,
for anyone watching in Nigeria, use SongDis, song
yes,
distribution for your
yes.
business needs, and Melody
Yes,
is going to help you.
visit www.sounddis.com. Get your music everywhere in simple steps. At SongDis, we have the artist in mind. Your concerns are our concerns. We don't sleep if your music is not being getting what it deserves, the recognition it deserves. So come on, partner with us. And thank you, Davis, for taking your time to speak to us. And I'll be happy to
Absolutely.
connect, even if you want to
Absolutely.
talk to me, a co-founder, because I have like a co-founder, and our story too is another story for another day. So yeah,
Sounds
that's
amazing.
it. I
Yeah,
appreciate.
really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll keep talking business after this. But I hope to
Okay.
make it to Lagos one day and maybe we can sit down. I did some research. I love food, so
Yeah.
maybe we can sit down for some zobo, maybe some
Ah,
maybe some
I,
egusi soup. You'll have
fufu.
to show me your favorite food. That's what I want to see.
Yes, yes, we have fufu, we have amala. I don't know if you know amala. So those are like
You're gonna
local
have to
food
teach
we
me
enjoy.
everything.
And
You're gonna have to teach me
yeah, you're
all of
welcome.
this stuff.
You're
Okay,
welcome. You're
amazing.
welcome. Yeah.
Melody, we'll
All right.
talk again in just a second. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right, you too.